Senator Bernie Sanders won't be the Democratic Party's presidential nominee, but so far he refuses to back out of the race and endorse his rival Hillary Clinton. So what does Sanders hope to achieve by staying in the race?
I like Bernie Sanders. I love the fact he's staying in the race. He says he's going to stay all the way to the convention. Doesn't that hurt the Democrats?
In D.C. Later today, before holding a rally, he's scheduled to meet with Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid, who has publicly said to Sanders, "Give it up."
Should Bernie drop out? Currently, Bernie Sanders hasn't officially withdrawn from his Democratic primary presidential bid. Why is that, Bernie?
Look, we got 12 million votes during our campaign. We received in, I believe, every single primary and caucus, the lion's share of young people, people under 45 years of age, who are prepared to stand up and fight for real change in this country. That's what we are bringing in to the Democratic Convention. What do we want in return? We want our 12 million supporters to be heard.
Okay, so the Democratic Convention starts July 25th and goes to the 28th. And the presidential election is November 8th. That means there's 105 days between when the convention ends and when Election Day starts. Let's get to the question, should Bernie drop out before the election? Absolutely not. There is no reason for Bernie to drop out before the event. It makes perfect sense to keep Hillary as left as possible and try to persuade her to adopt some of the stances that Bernie has made a priority in his campaign. Whether it's adopting a carbon tax, harsher regulations on Wall Street, campaign finance laws, free education, or universal health care. The members of the media or any politician who does not know why Bernie hasn't dropped out yet are simply not listening to him. Further and longer Hillary moves to the left, the better. Now, don't get me wrong. I would be completely against Bernie if he refused to drop out after the convention and pulls a Jill Stein, who I'm completely against. Not on his policy substance, but on the simple fact that she can't get elected. Like, it's literally impossible for her to get elected. So she is just playing the role of spoiler, which Donald Trump and the conservatives love. I doubt Bernie would do that. And that is why I love his campaign so much, because his campaign this whole time has been about logic and reason. Unlike his Bernie or Bust supporters, which I made a video for earlier, linked down below, Bernie realizes that his policies are 1,000 times closer to Clinton's than they are to Trump's. Which is why when Clinton was the senator of New York and Bernie, Vermont, they voted the same way on over 90% of the issues.
Would you like to say anything to your supporters about whether they should vote for
I don't
Trump?
have to say that. My supporters are smart enough to know that we do not want a bigot to become president of the United States of America.